Get this started. Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It's January 17th, 2020. It is 8:13 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. This morning we are looking at 2.75 billion into Bitcoin. That is not bad at all. I should say tether into Bitcoin at 2.75 billion. That is rocking. Also note the tether into Ethereum at 1.38 billion. That is good too. Something to note, Bitcoin into Ethereum at 1.19 billion. Bitcoin and Ethereum are definitely rocking this 2020 together. 159 billion market cap for Bitcoin, and the real volume across the top 10 exchanges last 24 hours is 1.1 billion. Now that is rocking. So we're entering the weekend, and well, tether into Bitcoin at 2.75 billion, and volume across the top 10 exchanges is 1.1 billion. That is not bad at all. So weekend is strong so far. I want to note this weekly candle is not closed yet, but it's green, and last week's candle closed green also. So maybe we're going to get two nice green candles. And what I like to see here is that we did have the body of this week start right at the top of last week's. So are we looking at a bullish sentiment at this time? Well, the MACD to me says it all. We are definitely moving towards a positive MACD cross on the weekly, regardless of what people may think of the MACD. I know it's a little bit old school for many crypto traders. Still, a lot of people watch it and do trade in out of Bitcoin on weekly and daily MACDs. So with that said, let's look at the weekly. MACD back here when it crossed positive. If one was to hop in at that point and then hop out when it crossed negative, you could have made 200% possibly. Or let's say you were really sloppy about it, you could have made 100%. So we crossed negative a little while ago, and it's been nothing but downhill since, and now we're about to cross positive. This is a moment that I've been watching for. Definitely be aware and watch this Bitcoin price action when that weekly MACD crosses. So this close is going to be a big deal coming up, this weekly close. Now let's look at the daily the daily chart for Bitcoin. You got your 200 moving average here, and we are attacking it. We're getting close. So also look at the directional index. It's green, very, very good looking. Look at the last time it was green and powerful in the daily. We broke above the 200 moving average. We just didn't hold it. So with that said, we are green again. We're making an attack on it. Now, will we break through? This is an interesting moment that we're in, because we've got the weekly MACD about to turn positive, possibly. Definitely the price shows that we're moving in that direction. That's going to be a lot of investor sentiment that turns very, very positive when that happens, I think. And then on the daily, we are about to attack that 200 moving average once again. So if Bitcoin can push through the resistance of the 200 moving average, get above it, come back down, test it, and keep moving up, and this MACD on the weekly turns positive, I'm looking at this, and I think it may happen at the exact same time, and that would make sense. Well, to me, that if we can stay above, if we continue that uptrend, it doesn't kind of burn out like it did back here in October, well, that might show a bullish beginning to 2020. But let's look at today. All right, as you can see, the power of the 200 moving average on a 45-minute chart. I know it's a very, very short time frame, but you can use a very, very short time frame and look at a lot of time in a chart. So look at the last time we tested the 200 moving average. We were above it, we came down and bounced. We had some uptrend. Now we just came down, almost tested it, boom, exploded up. And I'm seeing this upwards channel beginning to form on the 45-minute chart. I know, short time frame, but note, Bitcoin does seem to be respecting it. So we broke above, we broke up. Here's the top of the channel, we're coming down. And look at that, we just tested that channel once, and now we're testing that channel again. So which way is Bitcoin going to go today? Below the channel and retrace a bit further, or are we going to start moving back up in this channel? I myself am watching this. I do see some more sell volume than buy volume, and we are seeing a downward slope here for Bitcoin. Hey, but we don't know yet. Today is still young. Are we going to bounce, or are we going to fall through? Something to watch. Bitcoin really is in a possibly extremely bullish moment. It does show the last 2 weeks some serious bullish movement. The MACD is looking positive. We're getting ready to attack that 200 moving average on the daily, and those are two things that I'm really waiting for. Waiting for that to the weekly MACD to cross positive and stay positive. See that histogram start to open a little bit like it did back here in February. So with that said, waiting for that MACD to cross, get some positive histogram going there, get basically the MACD to move above, to widen the gap above the signal, the red line, and get over this 200 moving average on the daily. And I think we are going to have a good beginning of 2020. It looks like it's setting up very positive, but still looking at the micro time frame, we are a little bit sideways here on the 45-minute chart. We are above 8,800 this morning, and that is pretty rocking. Let's just see. Are we going to bounce at the bottom of this channel or fall through it? This weekend will be interesting. Are we going to keep the volume up trading Bitcoin? And are we going to keep that massive amount of tether rolling in? We shall see. I wanted to note, is it altcoin season yet? Well, here's a chart. A lot of people like ADA, so I kind of pulled this one up. And if you look, here we broke above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, and now look, we're beginning to, you see this upwards channel moving. I think that, is it altcoin season yet? Well, who knows? But because we're not even really sure if it's Bitcoin season yet. But looking at a lot of alts, like ADA here, they're following Bitcoin's trend. I mean, after all, if we look at Bitcoin, what is the, I don't have dominance up right now. I think it's around 66% or so. With that said, as long as we get a good weekend or a good couple days, we keep this beautiful tether rocking into Bitcoin, we get this beautiful 24-hour volume way up above 1 billion into Bitcoin. As you can see what it's doing, there's the Bitcoin chart, there's the ADA chart. Even the pump and alts in some way are kind of reflecting, they're following Bitcoin because it has the dominance. So is it altcoin season? I would say we don't know yet. It all depends on this weekly MACD cross for Bitcoin, and can it break through the 200 moving average on the daily, and can it stay above? Big questions. If these two things happen, if we stay above this daily MACD, this daily 200 moving average after we crash through it, after we break through it, and if we can get this weekly MACD to cross positive and get that histogram widening in a positive direction, well, alts are going to follow. So, well, it's almost Bitcoin season and it's almost altcoin season. Let's see what happens on the weekly MACD, and let's see what happens on the daily when it comes to crossing above that 200 moving average. Crypto Love put out an amazing video, Bitcoin bull trend or bull trap. He goes over some of the top traders on TradingView and what their opinions are, and I think this definitely has some value. I'll link to it in the show notes. Check it out. Randall over there, Crypto Love, is a very knowledgeable character. As always, I'm a member of Blockchain Education. I have been for over 2 years. It's where I've learned is to make money. This is why I'm doing all these charts. Everything you're seeing here, I learned there. Maybe I knew a little bit about it beforehand, but it's where I perfected my knowledge, and it's where I became ruthlessly profitable. So with that said, whether it's altcoin season, whether Bitcoin is bearish or bullish, you can make money. It doesn't matter. If you know how to find the coins that are pumping, then you're good to go. And there's always some alts making money. So don't cheat yourself. Check out Blockchain Education. Join. Watch all the training videos. You're going to learn so much, and you're going to start 2020 just like Bitcoin is, breaking this MACD positive and just rocking with the profits. I hope to see you there. Take care.